do Black history every single day. In fact, as the only Black talk radio station west of the Mississippi, we are Black history. Our annual Black History Month luncheon is fast approaching, and we want to be sure to give you ample time to get your company, organization, church, or group to join us at this year's celebration on the last day of the month, Thursday, February 29th at noon. Last year, we honored iconic local Black media personalities, including Pat Harvey, Jim Hill, Mark Brown, Beverly White, Sandy Banks, and Pat Prescott, and raised $20,000 in scholarships. This year, we're honoring Black Hollywood creatives who have used their artistic genius as climate justice champions. At this year's luncheon, we will be showcasing and sharing their inspiring work on our big screen. Plus, a scrumptious meal, live music, great company, and lots of fun with your favorite KBLA Talk 1580 hosts. So contact us today at info@smileyAudiomedia.com or call 323-290-4690. That's info@smileyAudiomedia.com or call 323-290-4690. We hope to see you Thursday, February 29th as we close out Black History Month. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your Black.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does Black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
But the first that I'm going to expose to you today is a common pattern that is in fact the most insidious of the covert patterns, and it is called the victim control dynamic. In this control dynamic, one person sets themselves up to look like the good guy, the victim, and someone else, the bad guy, the perpetrator. However, the reason that this is a disguise is because it's the wolf in sheep's clothing technique. The person who is creating the problem in the first place is in fact the one who's painting themselves as the victim. Now, this human behavior shows itself quite often in childhood, and often with the younger siblings. So let's say you've got a family and there's a younger sibling and they don't feel their power within the family system. Because of that lack of empowerment, their power is dependent upon other people. So, what happens? The younger sibling walks in towards the older sibling and smacks them. And then what do? Help, help, Mom, Dad, help! Right? So the older sister or brother goes running after the child. And then the parents walk in, they take the situation at face value. And who's the bad guy? The older sibling. Now, the older sibling gets punished, and what do we know if those of us who are older siblings? The younger sibling will do what once the parents come in and play the rescuer to this child? They'll usually stick their tongue out, as if, look, I won. So now this seems really innocent, but what happens when people do this in adulthood? I did a YouTube video a while ago called How to Sell Your Soul to the Devil. In that episode, I explained that unmet needs are what causes demonic attachments and demonic expressions of behavior, because what underlies them is a need that has to be met manipulatively. When it comes to control and power dynamics, as is the case with the victim control dynamic, the unmet...
Whoa, stop. Can we bring that back to that point? Did y'all hear what the lady just... Oh, Lord. Lord have mercy. We trying to give you the game tonight. This is... Look at the people in your life. Look at yourself. I want you to look. Come on, man. Listen to what she's about to say one more time. What? Play it again, Andy.
Look, I won. So now this seems really innocent, but what happens when people do this in adulthood? I did a YouTube video a while ago called How to Sell Your Soul to the Devil. In that episode, I explained that unmet needs are what causes demonic attachments and demonic expressions of behavior, because what underlies them is a need that has to be met manipulatively. When it comes to control and power dynamics, as is the case with the victim-control dynamic, the unmet needs are a sense of personal empowerment, a sense of oneself as being good, and attention. Because the person feels their need for personal empowerment and the safety that comes with it, as well as their need for attention and a sense of inner goodness, cannot be met directly. It has to be met indirectly in superbly manipulative ways. And these manipulations are played out towards the person or people that the person feels less than. The reason the victim control dynamic is so difficult to recognize.
You can't tell me you haven't experienced that. I've experienced it. You cannot tell me you haven't experienced or you haven't done something similar to that. Did you hear what she said? It's the wounds. Demonic attachment. Oh, Lord. She was cooking. Now, I will tell you the name of that video so y'all could go back and watch that video in its entirety. The victim control dynamic. Escaping control drama in relationship. Teal Swan. Okay? Man, I'm telling you, it's a lot of manipulators out here. And the coldest manipulator looks amazing. Their presentation is amazing. Whoo, they come across as high quality, intelligent, moral. Oh, they come across as the best of the best of the best until you start to interact with them and you start to see the mechanisms that they employ in order to maintain their own distance. Sometimes those mechanisms are toxic. Hey, we about to get to it. The illusion of control, embracing uncertainty in relationship. We on fire tonight. Let me get my friend, my niece, Attila, back in here because she was asking questions. Attila.
All right. Yes, sir. I'm here. Okay, so what did I ask you last time? What did I say? I
answered the first question. What was the second one?
Yes, I think I asked you what was your anxiety work, and then I think I asked you what have you given up in order to kind of maintain emotional safety, and then I'll go from there.
What have I given up? And here's the thing. It's the same answer, but applied differently. Right? Mm-hmm. What I've given up, and I've learned that this is the problem in order to have emotional safety. What I've given up is leaning in where my lean isn't wanted. Do you see? Mm-hmm. So, like, for instance, I lean into the anxiety and the fear because by leaning into the anxiety and the fear without judgment, the fear dissipates. Mm-hmm. But the opposite is true, right, to your second question. I lean back now. See, when you lean into somebody, unless they're leaning towards you, that ain't a good lean. You hear me? Listen.
You fall over.
It's we're leaning in. And now we shoulder to shoulder holding each other up. But if you're just leaning and they're pulling back, oh, you setting yourself up for emotional instability. You setting yourself up for pain. Mm-hmm. You see, we got to lean in together. If we're not leaning in together, we don't have a structure. We can't form the relational TP, so to speak. Does that make sense?
I like it. Yes.
All right. Thank you for grilling me.
No, I'm sorry. Well, this is a question that popped up. The reason why I think, okay, so it's interesting you just played the part about the younger versus the older sibling dynamic. I wanted to kind of address some of that as well, to what she's talking about. Because for me, I think this is going to sound horrible. At some point, I think that I accepted or just kind of had to succumb to being the fallout or the black sheep, right? And I think the way that manifested for me was anger. So stay with me. So the reason why that's important is because I believe that part of the reason why someone would seek to be controlled unconsciously, and I've seen this work out in my own life, is because I don't have to be responsible for the anger and helplessness that I feel. And I can let you take that over. And so I think that's where a lot of those kind of covert tactics come from. Because if I understand that my needs have not been met and all I've been doing is manipulating to get what it is that I need, then that's a perfect fit. It's a perfect fit. I can remain in that environment and still not be responsible and not have to address and acknowledge my anger, which makes you more angry.
Heavy stuff. Heavy. Girl, you've been living this life, haven't you?
Man, listen. Okay. I mean, even when you bring it back to human design, right? Being a manifester, that's our not self-esteem, is anger. So it makes sense why I would live a life where I've accumulated a lot of unmet needs, anger, and unspoken desires. So essentially that turned me, I believe it's turned me more avoidant, and I'm just like trying to figure out how to get back to the middle. Like, I don't want to swing from extreme to extreme. But I have to detach from outcomes so that I can healthily experience my anger and acknowledge it.
Well, when we're talking about the avoidant attachment style and the associated wounds that come with them, first off, you have to remember there's dismissive and there's fearful, right? What do they have in common?
Avoidance. Avoidance.
Well, avoidance is the expression, right? But what do they have in common? There's a fear of something. What is the fear of?
Yes. Fear of smothering. Right. A fear of a loss of identity.
Right.
Yeah.
They got that independence piece. Again, fear and what else?
And ego.
Come on. And that's in the relationship dismount. Figo, right?
Yeah.
Fear is dominating everything in an avoidance life. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
So, how do we get back to secure? You do know.
I mean, I guess it's like you said, so I have to lean in.
What are you leaning into, though?
Someone who's leaning into me.
No.
Hopefully.
No, not there yet. This is the relationship with you first.
Yes.
See, unless you conquer that and rewrite the script of the avoidant, you understand what I'm saying? Every maladaptive attachment style can be rewritten. You can write it into security. You can go right from fearful avoidant, dismissive avoidant. You can go right to secure if you wanted to. You'd have to change the way you process. And fearful avoidance and dismissive avoidance, it's fear over emotions. Right?
Facts.
Do you see? So I don't want to feel if the feeling triggers a fear. When the fear is low, I can feel. When the fear is high, oh, hell no, I'm not feeling nothing. That's where the avoidant piece comes in. That's just some avoidants are cold. They could be very cold and indifferent almost. Do you see?
Yeah, Absolutely.
And that's how they maneuver to control relationships, right? For the dismissive avoidant, it's too much love, too much emotion, too much commitment, too much. There's a change in our relationship that requires too much of me. I gotta pull back so I can maintain me. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So fear is running the show. But didn't the pastor say that fear was an illusion, false evidence appearing real? Didn't pastor say that?
Come on now.
See, fear is a spiritual bully. But how do you handle a bully?
Knock him out.
You face him.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you handle fear. But avoidants have made, listen, they've made a living and a life out of avoiding fear. And through avoiding fear, they're saying, well, I'm navigating a safe path, but it might be at the cost or the expense of another person's feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I'm saying? Does any of this make sense?
It makes perfect sense. Yes. Right. Hence my questions, man. I'm learning and loving the conversation.
You see, that's why I love when you call in, because you're going to make me get in my bag.
Come on, Aunt. Talk about it.
I done jumped in the bag now. See? Attila, guess what you just did, young lady?
All right, Houston in the building.
Houston, Texas is in the building. Listen, if you want to bring your city in the building and join this conversation, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, I'll be talking to my brother Truemonger out of Dallas, Texas. Let's get it.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Climate is king.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that caring for the community means caring about the climate. You might have heard that we announced a pretty bold 12-month, $2 million campaign to do 4 things. Increase climate literacy, turn up the volume on communities of color in the climate conversation, connect everyday people with the resources they need to survive and thrive, and highlight frontline climate justice crusaders of color throughout this year. KBLA Talk 1580 will be bringing you insightful interviews on all of our shows to help raise your climate IQ. Each quarter this year, we will also be hosting free climate events in various communities throughout the city with food, fun, and forward-thinking conversations. Thanks to partners like LADWP, Metro, Caltrans, the Sierra Club, the California Community Foundation, the California Endowment, AQMD, MWD, and more. You'll also be hearing more about a couple of national town halls broadcasting live from Los Angeles, to which you will be invited. And we'll be rolling out a robust social media campaign on all our platforms, as well as an outdoor media campaign, all designed to educate, enlighten, and empower you in our fight for climate justice.
We want cleaner air.
Caring about the community means caring about the climate. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that we really can change the world if we care enough. Helping to broaden your political and moral imagination with our 2024 Climate Justice Campaign. We're KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Single Moms Planet is a nonprofit organization dedicated to uplifting under-resourced single mom business owners and working mothers nationwide. Single Moms Planet offers comprehensive programs of financial literacy, business development, mentorship, and entrepreneurial training. They provide education, accountability, and hope. Single Moms Planet was founded by model, TV personality, and producer Nefertari Plessy.
Nefertiri felt firsthand the challenges that face single moms as she was raised by a working single mother. She learned that the most disadvantaged group in the United States are single mom families. According to the U.S. Census, 30% live under the poverty line. So she decided to do something about it, along with co-founder Cole Patterson. Their goal is to end the poverty cycle in single mother households through education, opportunity, and networking, providing family and child enrichment programs for under-resourced single-parent families. Single Moms Planet serves over 10,000 single moms and their children each year. Studies show that business development and financial literacy provide a positive environment for children and families, exposing them to new possibilities and opportunities. To attend one of their fun events, make a donation, or get more information, or if you need help as a single mom, please visit singlemomsplanet.org. That's singlemomsplanet.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you, baby. No, I really didn't. I'm so sorry. I just want you to sit down for just a minute. Let me talk to you.
Last night we had an argument. You told me you loved me. All the things I said I never meant. No, baby, I didn't mean to make you cry. I didn't mean to make you say bye, bye, bye. Baby, won't you let me look inside your soul? Oh, my baby, yeah. Let me make you lose control. Let me make you lose control. Let me be the one.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Ramani and welcome back to this series, a sort of glossary of terms related to narcissistic relationships and narcissism. This series came out of my thought that I think a lot of people are like, what does this mean? What does that mean? And some people have never even heard some of these terms. So it was my hope in this series not only to create some clarity and enlightenment, but also maybe open you up to knowledge about this field that may help you understand what your experience has been or understand other things you're reading or hearing. Today, we're going to take on the topic of coercive control. But before we go on, I'm always going to invite you, please consider subscribing to this channel and also hitting the bell to get notifications and hit the word subscribe to subscribe. That will give you the opportunity to also get notifications as more and more content comes out on this topic. So let's take on this topic. Of coercive control. Coercive control has been defined by various people, various sources, as a pattern or a strategy of a person doing things like using acts that include threats, menacing, intimidation, manipulation, stalking, humiliation, isolation, financial abuse, gaslighting, and sometimes physical or sexual abuse. The term coercive control was actually originally crafted by Evan Stark, who has been a major proponent and developer of this model and a key stakeholder in bringing coercive control laws into place in the United Kingdom. Now, the patterns that we observe in coercive control, these patterns are designed to isolate a person and render that person dependent on a partner for financial support, housing, food, and even their connection to the world. Coercive control results in slowly hijacking a person's life, stealing their independence, stealing their ability to take action, and governing every move that they make. It is controlling, It is manipulative, and it is exploitative.
Man, a lot of women got to deal with these type of brothers out here now. Men, not brothers. Listen, men. A lot of women got to deal with men that are like this now. Coercive control. You belongs to me. I likes you. And I want you. Right? But I would also say that there's probably a more subtle version of it that women employ to control. That gaslighting piece, if we were to have the gaslighting Olympics, I would say women are better at gaslighting than men. I don't have no empirical data on that. But I'm just saying, like, let's not, come on now, let's not undermine it. And what was interesting was Dr. Pakoya McCall was on a couple of weeks back, and she was explaining that more information is needed, yet more information is coming in about the female narcissist. So this control stuff goes both ways, in my opinion. It's bi-directional. And I'm going to get into the illusion of control once I cycle through the callers. Speaking of that, Truemonger, Dallas, Texas, get in here.
I heard payback's a breath on the trigger. That's why I'm sick of getting treated like another damn stepchild. Kill a punk cause I ain't him. You gotta deal with the 9 double limb. The day is coming that you all hate. Just think, if brothers decide to retaliate and try to keep me from running up, I never tell you to get down. It's all about.
Yes, sir. You like that, huh?
Yeah.
Truemonger's his theme music. There you go.
Oh boy.
Now, True, let me just say this, man. Before you get to cooking, you know I'm gonna have to carry you over.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a matter of fact, just let me carry you over right now. We're gonna come back to Dallas, Texas, because I know True got some heat for us. But let me do this too. A lot of us try to control because there's a fear of being hurt. And let me just say this, you're going to get hurt in relationships. That's just par for the course. That is the nature of relationship. We already said before, the word vulnerable itself from its etymological root means wound, means scar, means pain, right? If you care, what does care mean? The same word. Care means pain, means suffering. So relationships are inherently painful. You might not agree until you feel the pain, but that's just what it is. When we come forward, we're going to give you more examples of why people seek to control, but I'm going to give you some reasons why you should embrace uncertainty.
Begging to come back and say we promote gangs and drugs. You want to sweep a brother like me up under the rug. Kicking rhymes called street knowledge. Why more brothers in the pen than in college? Because of that line, I might be a cellmate. I'm from the nigga love to hate. Once again in this zone, I'm nothing but a psycho. IQ's a thriller, yeah. Cop killer, yo. Running through the line like brothers, no pot to piss in.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Tyreek Wynn. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. A conservative group insists NFL's Rooney Rules is racist. The rule requires football teams to interview at least one minority candidate during the hiring process. America First Legal, which is led by former Trump advisor Stephen Miller, filed a complaint with the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, claiming the 2003 rule is discriminatory. This is the latest in a string of complaints the group has filed recently against various sports leagues and companies. In November, it targeted airlines for racial and sex discrimination. Master P and Snoop Dogg are filing a lawsuit against some of the biggest food retailers in the country. The rappers say the companies conspired to halt their efforts to sell their cereal brand. According to a TMZ report, they hired famed criminal attorney Benjamin Crump to file a lawsuit against Post and Walmart after both allegedly teamed up to ruin their deal to sell Snoop cereal and Mama Snoop. That's the latest. I'm Tyreek Wynn on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Progressive Insurance is making it easy to save money. When you bundle your auto policy with home, condo, or renters, you'll earn a multi-policy discount. Easy to bundle, easy to save. Visit Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we do Black history every single day. In fact, as the only Black talk radio station west of the Mississippi, we are Black history. Our annual Black History Month luncheon is fast approaching, and we want to be sure to give you ample time to get your company, organization, church, or group to join us at this year's celebration on the last day of the month, Thursday, February 29th at noon. Last year, we honored iconic local Black media personalities, including Pat Harvey, Jim Hill, Mark Brown, Beverly White, Sandy Banks, and Pat Prescott, and raised $20,000 in scholarships. This year, we're honoring Black Hollywood creatives who have used their artistic genius as climate justice champions. At this year's luncheon, we will be showcasing and sharing their inspiring work on our big screen. Plus, a scrumptious meal, live music, great company, and lots of fun with your favorite KBLA Talk 1580 hosts. So contact us today at info@smileyAudiomedia.com or call 323-290-4690. That's info@smileyAudiomedia.com or call 323-290-4690. We hope to see you Thursday, February 29th as we close out Black History Month. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your Black.
Don't settle for bumps, ingrowns, and itch due to dry skin. Try Venus for pubic hair and skin, the razor and regimen specifically designed for your pubic area. Featuring a razor with patent irritation defense bar and skin care regimen that is dermatologist and gynecologist tested. Venus helps protect your pubic skin from shave irritation. Discover the full regimen of products at GilletteVenus.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. Pro Football Hall of Famer and urban peace pioneer Jim Brown believed in just that. So he founded the Amera I Can Foundation for Social Change in 1988, focusing on at-risk and high-risk youth in underserved schools and juvenile detention facilities, as well as adult incarceration and reentry initiatives. The core of the Amera I Can program is its 15-chapter life skills curriculum. Mastery of these skills allows individuals to meet their academic potential, conform their behavior to acceptable societal standards, and improve the quality of their lives by equipping them with what they need to confidently and successfully contribute to society. Today, the foundation is led by its president, Monique Brown, who has been actively involved in the organization for more than 25 years. The Amera I Can Foundation continues its work in memory of its founder, actor, philanthropist, and NFL legend Jim Brown. To get involved or make a donation, please visit AmeriICanCommunity.partners. That's AmeriICanCommunity.partners. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Some people just know the best places to eat around town. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate. They know exactly where to go to get exactly what you're wanting. They know where to find the spiciest hot pot, the gooeyest brownies, and the tenderest, most flavorful portobello steak. Those people also know that safe drivers save 40% with Allstate.
Saving 40% is based on the national average premium savings for Allstate auto customers with a clean driving record versus those without. Savings vary by state and vary based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook,
My
Illinois.
mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm calling you up, I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up, I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice of reason.
Yo, so I got this two-timing chick who got her revenge from when I was on my two-time tip. And even when I tried to correct it, she couldn't get past how she was disrespected, neglected my effort, a pair with no trust, dirty games and affairs that been tearing us up. If things ain't picture perfect, is it really worth it? I have an idea, but I need to know for certain.
I'm calling you up, I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up, I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice of reason.
People of the internet, this is Dr. John Deloney. Today we are talking about controlling behavior, anxiety, relational IQ, self-importance, and grandiosity. Sounds like every man you know and every dude that I know. So here we go. I'm responding to an email that I got at askjohn@ramseysolutions.com. Let's get into it. Good afternoon, Dr. Deloney. It's the morning here, but I get what you're saying, and also with you. I just found your independent channel, but I've listened to you a couple of times as a co-host with Dave Ramsey. Let's be honest, I'm carrying Dave on his radio show, but it is what it is. I'm a college student with no personal debt, and I plan to remain that way as I have a full scholarship. Rock on to the break of dawn, dude. My problem is that I tend to emotionally take on the debt of people that I care about. I don't even know what that means. Let's continue. My girlfriend of 4 years has student loans, and I feel kind of guilty because I don't have any. I guess that I also feel guilt because part of me knows she chose this school because I also chose this school. So I feel somewhat responsible for her debt. This manifested into me being controlling with her money, an attempt to help her manage it well. Come on, man. Right. While I have stopped the controlling behavior, the anxiety about her debt is still on my mind constantly, even though I know it shouldn't be because it's not my debt or my money. I guess my question is, how do I deal with this guilt and emotionally separate myself from other people's financial situations? Abraham, thank you so much for the email. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for calling out your own dumb behavior and working hard to fix it. I want you to listen to me carefully because I'm going to shoot you straight. I'm going to go through this quick. This is especially a challenge for dudes. Here's the challenge. We fall in love. The deeper we fall in love, the tighter that relationship gets, the more connected we get. And the more connected in love we get, the more we realize I can't make somebody else love me. I can't make somebody else make the decisions that I think are smart. And so the more we love and the more we get connected and the more we realize we can't control somebody else in our life, we start to feel small. And when dudes feel small, they respond with grandiosity. We puff our chest out and then go about solving problems.
I smell a half-truth. He's right about some men. But what what I'm here to tell y'all, yes, brain chemistry is different between men and women, okay? Sure. But this is why women are slowly starting to surprise a lot of clinicians. Because when they start looking into the grandiosity and the covert behaviors and the manipulation of women, they're going, hey, you know, women are pretty narcissistic too. I'm just saying, I think this is a human issue, not just men. Oh, men can get this. Yes, absolutely. That's why I say it's a half-truth. But I don't believe it's a whole truth, and I think in the next 5 to 10 years, more information is going to come out, and you guys are going to see, like, what in the Sam hell is going on. I think women are dealing with these high levels of toxicity within their own being, just like men are. I think women can be very controlling, maybe even as controlling as men. We just have these old ideas that are starting to look like phrenology, right? These are some old concepts. Oh, women are naturally nurturing. Yes, that is true. But you do see the random case where a woman puts her baby in the microwave. Okay? All right. You think because your percentage is lower, women cheat less than men. But women do a whole lot of cheating. You see what I'm saying? So for me, we got to balance out these conversations. And I'm not saying there isn't empirical data out there to support one side or the other. I'm just saying when the mental health industry really starts looking into how women really get down, you guys are going to see in the next 5 to 10 years, they're going to say, wow, women are as narcissistic as men. You guys are going to see that. I'm sorry. I'm dealing with human work right here, not, oh, men are wrong. These old narratives got to get rewritten. Are y'all trying to tell me women aren't controlling emotionally? Women aren't controlling physically? They might not be violent or as violent, but hey, guess what? When you look into the CDC, who does the most moderate violence in domestic violence cases? Now, notice I said moderate, and this is based off of something called the CTS, Conflict Tactics Survey. Who's the most violent in intimate relationships when it comes to domestic violence? It's women. But their violence is categorized under a lesser version. They call it moderate violence. What is moderate violence? Throwing things, pushing, kicking, slapping, spitting. That's violence. But because the Conflict Tactics Survey is rooted in old ideas about men and women, men are bigger, stronger. So when men get violent, they tend to hurt women. This is 100% true. But that doesn't discount the lesser version of violence, which could be an escalator. We're talking about control in relationships now. Violence is definitely bidirectional. And I'm here to tell you, you're going to see in a few years, so is narcissism. So is manipulation. You're going to see. You're going to see. Truemonger, get in here.
Yes, sir.
All right, set it up for us, True.
Oh, boy. The illusion of control, man, that's pretty much what it is, because you really shouldn't be focusing on controlling anybody but yourself. Controlling how you move. You can't control your partner. You can point certain things out, bring certain things to attention, but at the end of the day, it's really up to them to do the work. Mm-hmm. You can be there for them. You can support them along their journey as far as that goes. But if you're trying to control somebody, especially another able-minded adult, it's like you're trying to be their slave master. I don't play like that. You shouldn't have to control your partner. Y'all supposed to be in it together.
Or you said slave master. Let's do it another way. Say the man is the slave master. Mm-hmm. I would posit that many women can be the puppet master of men. Ooh. So if the man is the overt, dominant, physical slave master, then many women can be the covert, subtle puppet master of men. Your thoughts?
They love to pull the strings. I had that hand up in there controlling what you do.
Mm-hmm. Now, hold on, True, because women going to think I'm coming for them tonight. No, I'm not. But I heard my big mama say it. Oh, he think he in control. Mm-hmm. But I run all this.
Yeah, I heard my some of my relatives, my aunts, and all that stuff say similar stuff.
Absolutely.
I always looked at them funny. I'm like, you supposed to love this person, why are you treating them like that? Who taught you to do that was okay? Because they had to pick it up from somebody. They didn't just pull it out their hat. So it's a conditional thing. They've been indoctrinated with that. And at some point they're gonna come across the wrong one pulling that. Because anybody with some sense is not gonna go for that. They're gonna recognize that's what they're doing, and they may give them a little time to see if they're gonna continue doing it before they just like, this ain't gonna work. I see what you're doing, and it's probably not the first time you've done it.
Right.
But it's gonna be the last time you do it with me.
Speak on it.
You know.
Okay.
It's like they want to mold, and they want to mold you into what they think they want. Or maybe they have some daddy issues and they want you to act a certain way or whatever. I'm like, look, I am who I am. I got my own flaws and stuff that I'm trying to work on. You got stuff that you probably need to work on. We can bring it to each other's attention. And then once we're both aware of certain things, we can do our individual work together. We can help each other out if it's something that you're struggling with. I can help you with something. But I'm not looking to control you. I've never looked to control anybody. And maybe people are just not used to that. Well, I can't help what you're used to.
I can't help what you're used to. I like that. Hey, True Monger, guess what you just did, good brother?
This boy Dallas in the building.
Dallas, Texas is in the building, man. I love the way Texas shows up. When I come forward, we're going to talk about why we need uncertainty in relationship.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
LADWP is proud to partner with KBLA to share with you how to start the new year without bill worries. We're here to help if you're behind on your bill or need help staying current. Sign up anytime online for Level Pay to set predictable monthly payments throughout the year, including for past due amounts. You can also check out the special extended pay arrangements of up to 48 months to help pay down your bill. If you're a senior or income qualified, you may be eligible for Easy Save to receive discounts and also qualify for free and discounted energy and water saving devices. You can get up to $15,000 for past due water and or sewer bills and up to $3,000 for electric bills. But you gotta act fast. Funding is limited. You can reduce your past due bills and kick off the year right, because here at LADWP, we're here to help. Visit ladwp.com/cares today and find out more.
If your Medi-Cal is ending, Cover California is here to help. Cover California is a service from the state that helps you get affordable health insurance. In many cases, at no cost to you, just like with Medi-Cal. We have quality health plans, and we'll help you every step of the way to get the one that works for you and your family. So, if you're no longer eligible for Medi-Cal, check out Cover California. We'll keep you covered. Learn more at coveredca.com.
I started vaping my freshman year of high school, mostly because all my friends had vapes. I wanted to fit in with them and look cool and be a part of everything that they were doing. The hardest part about quitting for me was all my friends still hitting their vapes right next to me. It was really frustrating and confusing when I was trying to quit because in my head I knew I didn't want to do it anymore, but for some reason my brain still wanted it.
No quit story is the same. For free support, text Kick Nicotine to 66819 today.
Around here, we don't believe in victimhood. We believe in raising our voices, amplifying black voices in the climate conversation. We're KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment. LA's 99 neighborhood councils form the grassroots level of the Los Angeles city government. The system was created to connect LA's diverse communities to City Hall. While neighborhood council board members are volunteers, they are also public officials elected to office by the members of their community. Neighborhood councils advocate on issues like homelessness, housing, land use, emergency preparedness, public safety, parks, transportation, and sustainability. They also provide local expertise on the delivery of city services to their various communities. Neighborhood councils are open to participation by anyone who is a part of the fabric of daily life in said community. This includes those who live, work, or own property or a business. If you are interested in stepping up to join your local neighborhood council, visit www.empowerla.org. That's empowerla.org. It's time to think globally, but act locally. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Playlist is my co-host, provided by my brother Andy, but I put Andy on this group. This group is called The Cartoons, spelled with 2 R's, Carrrtoons, The Cartoons. The name of the record is called Be There For You, but you know what's interesting? They just did the Tiny Desk. Yeah, you might want to check out The Cartoons on Tiny Desk. You know, Cartoons got some slappers. Let me get my final caller in here real quick. Greg from Memphis, Tennessee. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic, my friend?
Yeah, peace, man. What's going on?
How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm live and well, Jack. It's funny, man, you was talking about this subject today, because I had this thought random as hell earlier today, bro, about the illusion of control. You know, you only have as much control over another person as they either consciously or subconsciously agree to give someone. Like, no one truly has control over others, even parents over children, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So most of this stuff, the true power, I come to find out, is in detachment. And through trial and error, you know, we kind of go through those things that may disappoint us, frustrate us, hurt us, or what have you. And then if we lead with love or keep our heart light as a feather, as the ancients say, then that's how we draw our power.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We extrapolate the power from it and take the pain out of it. Then we alchemize that thing into a learned lesson, into knowledge, and then we can apply it moving forward.
Come on, Memphis, Tennessee. Man, you know I'm excited. I hear you talking. Come on.
In the building, Jack.
Hey, Greg done brought my home state in the building, man. I'm just southeast of you, brother. I'm Chattanooga. Come on, let's go.
Chat-town, baby. You know it's love, baby.
Hey, thank you, Greg. We appreciate the call, brother. Hey, my man came in here and shot it up real quick, didn't he? Yeah, I love it. Now, let me just give you some of this, man. At the foundational level of reality, uncertainty dominates everything. People fail to realize a physicist deals with the physical world. That's what physics means. And what they find in the subatomic level, right, the subnuclear level, we tend to think, oh, that's so fantasy and that's not real. Let me tell you something. There was a man by the name of Werner Heisenberg. I wrote about it in my holographic relationship book, where I took his principle and turned it into a relationship concept. And that principle is called the uncertainty principle. That works in physics, in the physical world, in nature, the uncertainty principle. What makes you think it won't work in your relationships? What makes you think it's not a part of your relationships already? The uncertainty principle, also known as Heisenberg's indeterminacy principle, is a foundational, fundamental concept in quantum mechanics. It states that there is a limit to the precision with which certain pairs of physical properties, such as position and momentum, can be simultaneously known. See, you going somewhere. You're a physical being. You are in a relationship. But if you don't know you don't really know the speed, the momentum, or the direction of where you're headed. See, that's how the uncertainty principle works. It's called the indeterminacy principle. Don't you know? That's why you got to stay in the now. If your partner does something for you in the now, why would you contaminate it with the past? Why? You don't understand indeterminacy. Focus on what's good, because you don't know how long or when the shift is going to happen. Uncertainty is built into the fabric of our reality. We spend so much time complaining and mad. Oh, you shouldn't have did this. And when you did this, it made me change my mind about you. Okay. How many times have you found a new relationship but found old wounds in yourself? You found a new relationship that found the same wounds in you that existed with the last person. I'm trying to tell you, you can't control it. You can't control it, and you gotta demote fear. You understand? Control becomes the kryptonite for the fear of being hurt, as we believe that by exerting control, we can protect ourselves from potential pain. Look at that, projecting to the future, right? But where does the issue of control comes in? It often arises in most of our intimate relationships, where we invest our deepest emotions and vulnerabilities. I don't want to feel it unless it feels good. Let me tell you something. Hurt is the conduit to growth. Ooh, I know you don't want to hear it put that way, but it is. And just as uncertainty is built into reality, are y'all ready for this? So is the illusion of safety. You think you safe. Safe is an illusion. I keep trying to tell y'all that. Y'all don't want to hear me. Y'all don't want to hear me. Embracing uncertainty requires acknowledging that life is inherently unpredictable, and no amount of control can guarantee a pain-free future. We must challenge the illusion of safety that control provides and explore alternative ways of finding security within the newness of now, right now. We might not have every ingredient we need to make this spaghetti right, but because I made it with you right now, I feel good that I'm sharing this partially finished spaghetti. Do you understand? We want to complain about everything, but I'm here to tell you, God got a way of giving you what you want so you can see the flaws in your idea about it. All right, listen, I started the fire. It's up to you to finish it. You ain't got to agree with nothing I said. Up next, my friend, your friend, our girl, your girl. You already know what it is. Jill Monroe, RSVP with Jill Monroe. I'll see you next week with another slew of slappers.